All right, this is Rob Thompson Live, interview with influencers. My man, George Hammel. Just, I mean, calling in from a car, man. This is the real deal, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Yeah, brother. So where are you right now?
I'm just driving back to the shop. We'll be back there in a little bit. Going to start working on the race car again, getting it ready for the new season.
Awesome. So I know this is something that you and I, when we talked, I wanted you on this show so bad because I think you have an incredible story, and what your entire life and where you are right now from just massive perseverance. So just, introduce yourself to the audience and kind of what your story is. Take it from the beginning.
Well, thank you for the kind words. So my name's George Hammel, and I used to be a professional dirt bike racer, but since then I've broken my back a few times and some other bones, 58 bones to date. And unfortunately, one of those bones was a broken back, and it left me paralyzed from the waist down. But I put a lot of hard work and effort into it, and I've been able to overcome it, kind of a miracle. And I walk with leg braces now, but I can walk around, and I've persevered enough to be able to do an Ironman, do a 111-mile bicycle race called El Tour de Tucson. I got back on the dirt bike a little bit, raced the X Games, and now I'm a professional off-road racer. So I'm really, really happy to be at the point I am and stoked on life.
So you never gave up on your dream. What was the transition for you that you just went from, oh crap, to, you know what, this is not going to stop me from living how I want to live?
Well, I don't know if there was a huge transition, but I think the main thing is I've always had one of those self-motivated go-getter attitudes. When you're a dirt bike racer, you're not necessarily part of a team sport. You're mostly doing it yourself. You obviously have a team that supports you and the motorcycle and things like that around you, but for the most part, it's just you performing those actions, less of a team, sport. And I think that's what kind of gave me the mentality that I had to just do all the work myself and be, have support mechanisms around me to be able to achieve the things that I wanted to.
That's amazing. So what do you talk a little bit about your off-road racing and what Persevere Motorsports, what's that all about?
Well, Persevere Motorsports is just the company that holds the off-road racing. We have to have insurance and different things like that. So that's what takes care of all the business portion of the off-road racing. But the fun part is more important. That's where, we get to drive these awesome vehicles. I currently drive a Yamaha YXZ 1000R, and we do what's called Lucas Oil short course racing. And it's very similar to the motocross stuff that we did before. So a lot of people would be familiar with supercross and motocross on TV, where they're jumping through the air and going through corners real fast. Well, we do something similar, but we do it with four wheels and a roll cage where it's safer. So it's a really, really cool sport, and it's growing very, very fast. In fact, it's the fastest growing motorsport out there right now is side-by-side racing. So it's cool to be what I'd like to say, be on the forefront of that growth.
So what are you doing? Not to switch gears a little bit, but so what are you doing with keynote speaking, and what are some of the other things that are really important to you with your life and your career right now?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. And in fact, I'd like to think that stuff is more important than the racing. I obviously love racing, and I want to be a champion, and I want to win races. But the main thing that I want to do in life is I want to be able to show people that they can do anything, whether you have a mental disability, a physical disability, or even struggles with your job or whatever it is, that you can overcome those things. They're not life-ending things that happen to you. You just have to be able to take the right steps to be able to get motivated and overcome these obstacles that are put in front of you. I like to call them speed bumps, because in the overall scheme of life, there's really nothing that's that bad that it is going to affect you. You have to be able to overcome it. Like you said at the beginning, my motto is never give up. And I think that talking to people and showing them that, these real world experiences do happen and you can overcome them is my main goal.
Was there someone that inspired you, when this happened to you, that you kind of really looked towards to get your mindset where it is today?
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people in it. It's not necessarily like it's not a Michael Jordan or anything like that. You know, those guys are fantastic athletes, but to me, seeing people in a position of adversity. So let's just say you go to the grocery store, you go to the gas station, and you see somebody that has a handicap or has a hard time in doing what they're doing, but they're still doing it, and they're doing it at the same level as all of the normal people are. Those people are the ones that really motivate me, because those people are not getting any accolades or not getting any.
Oh, I lost George for a second. There he is. He's back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
So yeah, the people that inspire me are mostly people that are just normal everyday people that really just are living life and making themselves normal, so to speak. You know, what is normal? There really isn't a normal in my mind. You know, they're the people that go out like at the grocery store or, at the gas station, and you see them maybe, I don't know, in a wheelchair or anything like that, and they're doing the exact same thing that everybody else is doing. They're just not doing it the same way. And those people really give me a lot of motivation to see them having those things and having those problems, but still doing everything that they can to live their life properly. I really get motivation by seeing those types of situations. And it's a little easier for me because I can understand the hardship or the reality of their life. But I get motivation from my parents, my family, to some people that support me, because they really show a genuine quality of living life to the fullest.
Mhm. What are you working on now? So take a sip. Yeah, take a sip of whatever you're drinking there. What are you working on now? What's your big project?
Well, right now our biggest project is getting a new race car built for the new season. But one of the things that you and I had a conversation a while ago, to be a racer, your biggest project is always growth and sponsors and partners and having the right people that surround you. And one of the conversations that you and I had was, you really have to show people your personality, because that's what people are interested in. That's what they value. So I took a lot of, advice from you, and I really have been trying to hone in on that and seeing what I can do to make myself not only more valuable, but more personal to other people, so that I can, really try to see if I can impact people in general, and then try to turn that into some sort of value that I can market myself with and get valuable partners and sponsors.
So talk about the circuit. How many races are there?
So we usually do between 1 and 2 races a year, or excuse me, 1 and 2 races a month, and that goes on throughout the whole year. And then we have a lot of events that are in between all those races, and those events would be like shows where you go out to an auto show and you debut the race car, and you show your sponsors products and do different things like that. So those are really valuable for any type of sponsor or partner that we have. But for the most part, we get to have fun at least once a month out on the track.
Yeah, so it's just continuously ongoing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
What
the off season is the busiest part, and that's what we're in now. And that's kind of like when in a sports team, when you're doing your training and you're getting everything ready for the new year.
when's your next race?
The race season for the Lucas Oil Short Course kicks off in, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks, so it's the beginning of March.
Oh, wonderful! And you guys are
Yeah.
they're just cranking from there.
Yep, exactly. So we're finishing up building a new car now. We're going to go test it in a couple of weeks here up in Phoenix, and then get out there and try to kick some butt.
So, well, I don't doubt that will happen. So, George, tell people, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, the easiest way to get a hold of me is through social media, like how I met you through LinkedIn or through
Yep.
Facebook or Instagram, and you can always send me messages there. I do my best to reply as quickly as possible. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but yeah, I really like connecting with people as much as possible.
So, is it at George Hammel? Is that your
Yep,
handle?
yep. And the last name is Hammel.
Right. And then you also have a Gmail account, georgehammel@gmail.com if they want to contact you directly.
Yep, exactly.
Awesome. Well, who are you driving around in the car with today?
I got to go have breakfast with my mom. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, is Mom sitting there?
Yeah, she is.
Hi, Mom.
She's shy.
She didn't want to be on camera. Well, you got a great son, Mom.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
So,
appreciate that. That means a lot. She was telling me a story the other day about some of the rehab stuff that we were going through. That when I came home, I think it was probably a month or so after I came home from the hospital, kind of get me teared up. But
yeah.
When I went up to, I was driving around in my wheelchair and I went up to the counter and I said, "Hey, I'm back from rehab. Check out what I can do now." And I grabbed onto the countertop with my hands as hard as I could, and I pushed up with my hands and I stood up, and it was like, whew, man, it was like the one of the biggest moments of my life. She said it was like brought her to tears.
Unbelievable. Well, you're an unbelievable human being, George, and your parents did a great job of raising you, buddy.
Man, I
So,
appreciate that, Robert. That's really cool that you say that.
yeah, so I think you're a great soul and a great human being, and what you've overcome, it's just incredible. And your positive attitude and your outlook on life, and you never give up, it just goes so much further. And, you're an inspiration to a lot of people, and this platform like this could bring more people, more attention to you and what you're doing, because people, we get dragged down on little things in life. And for you to say what you said about overcoming and you still got to live and you still got to move forward. It puts a lot of things in perspective. So the voice and the message that you carry means so much to a lot of people that you won't even know. So hopefully things like this today could get your message out there a little bit more. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm here to help you. So always feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah, you're awesome, man. I really appreciate all of the advice you've given me, and everything that you've told me has been a game changer in my mind. So I'm going to try to see if I can put most of that actually down on social media and get going and really try to motivate some people. So having a support mechanism, like things that, obviously my parents and the people around me do, but
Yeah.
getting introduced to you guys and having the support mechanism of other people around me, man, I want to just keep growing and growing and affect people in a positive way.
Start, will you? Start it.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
Yeah, definitely. But listen, it's been great. Go to your shop. Mom, thank you. It was nice meeting you as well. Mom on camera. We gotta get Mom on camera more. So, hey, George,
She's
have a
shy,
great
man.
one, man. She's shy. That's all right. You guys are living in paradise down there in Phoenix. So,
Yeah, it's only 85 degrees today. It's pretty nice out.
no, it's -4 up here. So, hey, listen, have a great one, George.
Thank you so much, Robert. I really appreciate it. I'll talk with you soon.
Oh, you bet. This is Rob Thompson live with George Hammel, interview with influencers. We'll catch you next time. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. Take care.